Nothing special.
Nothing special. Just keeping your breath, then walking back to Preston. Do you think you know the way back? Because you walked this route before. Twice now, I guess.
I mean, probably.
Okay, good.
Not in any rush to get there.
Gotcha. So yeah, you leave the city hall. Start in the group. And you're sort of leaving and all this. And on your way there, you find a familiar face.
Carl.
It's motherfucking Carl.
Is there fucking actually?
He's like, yeah, he's there. He's like leaving. He's leaving like this like office, this sort of post office, and he's like sort of leaving and like sort of clocked out because it's like at this point it's probably like 4.
He delivered the package.
He was, yes. So yeah, it's like 5 o'clock. And he's sort of leaving, like sort of, he like leaves and then he sees you going down the street. He just freezes. Oh. Hey there, friend. Hey. Got in the scrap. He's eyeing like your bandaged up head and stuff.
Something like that.
Okay. Well, it's good to see you're taken care of. Looks like you won. Would never bet against you. Nope, never would bet against you.
I don't know about that. How are you doing, Carl?
I'm doing alright. All right. Seems a bit weird now, but you know, I'm just a normal guy, day to day.
We're working on that.
You? Okay, good to know. Where you heading? Walking down the street. Where you heading?
Clearing my head mostly, but heading back to Preston.
Preston. Oh, Noble Gilios.
Maybe. I don't think you ever told us his last name.
This tall. He just like Preston's height. Bit. No offense to him, but a bit pompous. Noble. Yeah, definitely of them. Yeah, his last name's Gilios. That's his house name. Hey, I'll give you some company. If you, I gotta walk down that way anyways. And he taps like on his satchel. One last package before the day's out, so I figured I'd just hop over real quick.
Of course, yes, that would be fine.
All right, let's go then.
So you deliver packages?
Yeah, I'm something of a courier.
We got that package today, actually.
You did? What's it look like?
Explain the box.
You explain again, it's like literally like just a crate just go down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I delivered that. Yeah, I delivered that.
Who did that come from? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, I had just walked in that day and like had stuff to do. But it was no. I don't know what sort of stuff you and yours are into. No judgment here. No judgment here. But I thought it was pretty weird because it just looked weird. So I asked about it, and apparently, some not okay. I say fancy, not in like noble fancy, but like merchanty fancy. Not noble, just fancy. Yeah, so some fancy guy apparently came in and left it.
I see. Did they get any description?
I didn't ask too much. I could. Hey, if you need someone to find, I could ask. I ask the morning shift guy. Well, I mean, he's not morning shift. He's like graveyard shift. I can ask the graveyard shift guy if you want.
That would be very helpful.
All right. Oh,
I don't know if we'll be in town, but I can tell you who to give the information to.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Is this like guy like suspicious or?
well, whatever they did, they dropped us off a box of worms.
That's it's a really weird prank. Actually, that's weird. I didn't really feel anything moving when I was holding it.
Interesting.
You don't mean?
Well, I'm sure you know there have been assassins in the area. And,
Yeah, I was sort of there when you and your friend.
yes.
Yeah. No worries. I think you had a lot going on for you at the time. Just no worries. Yep.
I just wonder if perhaps it is connected.
Oh shit! I didn't think of that. Should I report him to the Slayers or something?
No, don't do that. No need to cause enough. Enough of that going around.
You know, that's a very good point. You guys are like entering like the nobles area now. Very good point.
If you can get that information,
Yo, I got you. Consider it done.
no, just tell them to look for us here. If not, find there.
You cut on the middle. I heard you say see or hear if.
I'd say look for us if we're here. If not, give it.
Okay. All right. He's like pulls out like a little paper. It's not like a notepad or anything. It's just like literally a scrap of paper, and he has like a vial of ink on him and like a quill and something for like signing off on packages essentially. And he's just it's like right on the wall. Got it. All right. Well, I'll let you know. I might go back to the graveyard shift guy. He's in right now, so I can find out this pretty quick.
Wonderful. Well, we will be here for a little while. If not, we will be back at the town hall.
Gotcha. And it's like at this point, you're coming across Preston's place, and there she is, Gilios Manor. What is it like the look of this place? Height of it. But I got this. And he taps the pack, like messenger bag essentially. The handle. Have a good night.
Be safe, Carl. So Earl, I said hello.
Gotcha. He might piss his pants at that, but hey, well, hey. Later. He walks off.
He's like, walk around. I probably should have apologized for chasing them. Oh,
So yeah, you're there standing in front of Preston's estate. And then you hear off right next to you. Are you okay? And you look and it's Tala. She looks guilty, almost.
I will be. In
You
time.
should.
No, not really, but... What are you going to do now?
She like thinks, like puts her, like rubs her chin of her hand. I suppose now we make weapons to fight things with, evil things.
Indeed. Tala,
Yes.
I am very proud of how far you have.
Jake is like a small, quaint smile. She looks down at the ground and then looks back up at you. I don't know how to feel about you. About all of this. It makes me angry.
I can understand that. If anger is what you need, then you use anger. But do not let it control you.
That sounds hard. But I will try. She looks down at the ground. She looks. She like she wants to say something. Like her mouth opens a couple of times, but she always stops.
What is it, Tala?
She looks at you dead in the eyes, very serious. I want to defend him.
I know.
But then I see you like this. Jake looks down at the ground away.
For what it's worth, I'm not sorry for what I did, but I'm sorry for what they did to you.
She gives like a pout. It quivers for a second. Thank you. She bows. Thank you, Master.
I would return the bow. But now is the time for work.
She shoots up at that. I shall put this anger to use then.
Indeed.
You both go up to Preston's door. Opening the door is this well-dressed butler guy. Slick back, dark brown hair. Bit of a stubble to him. Not like messy stubble, more like, I purposely keep it this way, and it looks nice on stubble. Well kept. Can I help you?
Hello, sir. We are here to see Master Preston about forging some. We have some time before we need to go.
Ah, I see. You must be the tidies. He opens up the door. Please come in.
Thank you.
He closes the door behind you, holds out his hand. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard a surprising amount of you from my master. I'm Abram.
Ah, nice to meet you. I am Marshal Militatis, or Militatis the Marshal. This is my apprentice, Tala.
She holds out her much smaller hand. Hello. Hello. Is there anybody would you like a sitting room? My master told me that you apparently very much like the gallery armory. If you'd like to wait there.
That would be perfect.
He nods. I'll have someone bring up some refreshments, but give me a second so I might get my master. So, you go into the room, and then after a few moments, May wheels in a cart with some different pots of teas and stuff on it, which, according to her, were already in the process of being brewed for the master before you came in. She sets it there and gracefully departs, and then eventually Preston himself comes down with Abram, sort of in attendance at the door, sort of just ready to serve. Back so soon, Militides.
Yes, we have accomplished our work at the spot, at the town hall.
Quite expedient. I don't suppose...
She will be here in a few hours.
He holds his hands, clapped together, and just looks up. True gods above. Thank you. And thank you. I know I cast much upon your group. And I was talking to Abram about it, but I personally do not believe my suspicion is unjustified, but perhaps the manner is crude.
Your suspicion is well warranted. And we're only as valuable as the word we give. But I promise to you, and this one I swear I'll keep till my grave, I will never use a weapon you forge me for anything other than its purpose.
I took a look at the materials you gathered. There's quality dark steel ore, among the upper spectrum of that of which I've worked with, which, in all honesty, I don't work with dark steel itself too often. And the ironwood. Oh, how I've worked much with ironwood, and I still find it breathtaking every time. But I took a look at it all. And I'm sure you are well aware of the origin of dark steel.
Indeed.
Not.
Which makes you well aware of its purpose.
Indeed.
These are very dark times, my friend.
Indeed. Indeed. More than I like to admit.
But I have never been one to roll over and take what is coming to me. So, let's show these fell beings what humanity is made of.
He smirks at that. Quite the philosophical man. I like that. If I might give my own purposeful declaration on the to-be-crafted weapon's purpose. The material it is made of itself is meant for fighting fell beings. That of the void, that of damning and dark forces. My open declaration as to its sole purpose is that it be used to defeat such. The damning and the malevolent.
I promise you that it will.
He nods. I suppose I'll have to break my word with your for we will start work upon your weapon now.
No nods. Tyler,
Yes.
I hope you got a lot of sleep today. We have
I did
a
not.
lot of work tonight.
Sands below. I'll be sure to have servants brew some Watcher's Wake. We're no doubt going to need it. And in the hours where we'll be working that bellows, perhaps you can stories of your endeavors. Getting on this.
I have many.
And I would like to hear them. To know better the warrior that will wield my weapon. Will the rest of your company be joining us?
Yes, they will be soon. I believe they are waiting on Mira's release.
Abram? Yes, sir. Give my utmost apologies to the staff, but know that I will have some very important guests this evening and this night, and I intend to give proper drink and food for the entirety of it. At once, sir. He walks off. Tell them that I'll double their pay for this night. As you wish, sir. We have some work of our own to do. Come. And he opens up the side door that leads out to this like side area. So I have to ask the original group as in here. Are you guys waiting for?
You were kind of
Scar, tell me where to go here.
We
You
are
guys
waiting
gonna
for
wait a
Mira.
couple hours to like be with Mira when she comes here because she can technically just go to Preston's place. Like,
Oh no, we're waiting. I'm waiting.
Well, I'm saying this because you don't have to wait if you tell the instruction such.
I
If
know.
that makes sense.
Who wants to stay? Who wants to go? Put 1 for stay, 2 for go.
That's what's up, yo.
Stay or should I go?
Stay.
I want to stay.
Stay. Stay.
Damn, almost
So
unanimous.
all you motherfuckers say,
Everybody's voting stay, so I'll stay.
yeah, peer pressure.
Yeah.
Do drugs, kids?
Oh,
If someone gives you drugs, you say thank you because drugs are expensive.
there was no. Connor
Truth.
asked us to go do. Oh no, because he was saying if you go to Preston, come back here first before we take off. Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we don't leave, then
If
whatever.
you guys just hang out with Connor, it's just gonna be shut the fuck up and let him.
Actually, I might do a quick errand and I might run over to Preston's, ask Marshall and Preston if I may take some of the
That too.
quench.
Son of a bitch.
The quench.
And then, yeah.
I mean, you could
And
just send
then,
Danaway and Mishka. Like they're just trying out the cart outside. It's up to you.
Okay.
If you want to, go ahead.
Okay. Should the two of us go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get that done and then come back, wait for Mira.
Okay. So at some point in the process, like Preston does emphasize some point in the initial beginnings of this crafting process, Marshall. Like he's just already talking about the material. He says it helps like get things in motion in his mind and gives you a deeper appreciation for the weapon you're crafting and puts subtly and subconsciously makes you put more care into the crafting of it. So you guys are just sort of chilling, talking about it. Yes. I've only had to craft one other dark steel weapon in the past. Wonder what happened to the chap. And as at this point, Aldrich, you turn around the corner to the Gilios manor. Ah, Mr. Magnus. My deepest apologies, but it seems that your order shall be put later in the queue.
That is unfortunate, but understandable.
Is there something you request, other than to take the bad news?
Is this Preston, by the way, talking to me?
Yes, it's Preston.
I require some of the quench.
Preston gives like a dire look at the rectangular tall container that contains the Wayshaper's blood.
I address Marshall as much as I address Preston. Connor believes that by using some of this quench, we may insulate ourselves against the sickness we will be fighting.
He doesn't need a ton, and I would hold up the vial. It's not like a huge vial, is it? It's just like a little.
No, it's
thing of a few
like
ounces.
It's like a tall tapered vial. I don't know, it's like a few inches tall, including the cap point.
Yeah, just look kind of to our rough outline. Just looking at it with Preston. Do we have enough to spare?
He looks at the vial. He looks down at the design. So long as you're only taking that amount, we should be more than fine.
I nod.
Thank you.
It is your material, Militides. It is yours to decree as you wish.
Yes, of course.
So you guys just...
Yeah. Very carefully get a
Whoop.
sample and not a drop more.
We will return within a few hours, hopefully, with Mira.
So I've been told. And... when you do such, I have an apology to offer all of you.
Oh, you do, honey.
None needed, I say.
You're not there. So you're gonna go back?
actions?
Yeah, I say, I tell him no apology needed, and then join Chedamir.
And we take off. And I have my shield out. In case.
Oh, before you go,
Eh?
I met with Carl on the way over here.
Right, that
He
was
said
the-
he delivered.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. He said he delivered the package that we received today with the worms.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to inquire into who dropped it off and deliver the information.
Alright.
If it helps.
Yeah, no, that helps. Good job.
You never cease to amaze me, Marshall. Well done.
It's the beauty of finding things you are never looking for.
Indeed.
Like, Preston's like sketching something on like the design board, and he just remarks, "Ever the philosopher, Miltiades. Ever the philosopher." So you guys go back.
Poof.
Yes,
Could I have
provide
a conversation with Sima before they're?
Sure.
I just want to ask, like, so since we're like kind of alone because
I mean, Connor can hear all of this. He's attentive to all.
I
But he
know,
doesn't
but
give a fuck.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't count. I just like, kind of awkwardly. Sorry. So how are you doing with the whole thing?
Just so you know, Taryn, you are muted. And I know it takes you 3 years to unmute, but hey.
And I'm also addressing you with the question.
And yeah.
Like, hey,
Sorry, I
Connor,
didn't say
how are you
BRB. I like literally had just walked off for like a half a second. Well,
Wow.
I heard.
You're dead.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yep.
Okay, let's just start.
Start over.
Yeah, Connor, how are you doing?
Fuck off.
No,
Yeah, start over.
I was just gonna ask, like, so how are you doing with all of that?
To me,
To you, you're the only one there present. Other than Connor, but he doesn't count.
you know, I'm very religiously conflicted right now. Would be my largest emotion.
Yeah.
Even if we are in the largest scheme of things, going up against one fell god, I'm not sure if we're aligning ourselves with the best allies.
Yep. Very fair. But I meant more along the lines of that little family feud you mentioned with the fell god we're hunting, killing.
Demigod.
With the void dude killing your mom and everything.
I'm with that, I feel like we may be on the right track, but I don't feel like we're moving fast. And so in that way, I'm worried that he's winning. If he's taken over this, if the Void has managed to do this much damage to this town so quickly, I'm worried the damage that he may be doing in the time that it's taking us just to figure out where he's at.
So I've been learning lately, race, fully stand behind them, lest I regret it. Do you think you'll regret it if you don't find him soon enough? Or are you okay helping the people away?
I think that the only way I know in my heart that my motivation are pure revenge, but I can justify it to myself if I help people along the way while seeking. And so I think that it's worth it to help people here because it furthers us along to our final goal. stop him from both to stop him in the sense of ending him, but also to keep him from hurting anyone else.
Do you want to kill him or make him pay?
I want to end him. And I think that in that I will be making him pay.
But how are you feeling, emotionally speaking?
I don't care. A lot of the time I think that you think that I don't feel in the same level as you do. You mentioned it when you talked about how it seems that we don't care whether we die or not, and you do. But there's a reason for that. That's because I don't have time to feel things. During a battle, I don't have the time to feel fear or calculate whether I'll regret this move or not. All I have time to do is to act and to react. Right now, I'm just reacting. I'm just moving because if I stop moving, that means he gets another 5 steps ahead.
So you've been reacting ever since your mom?
Well, I spent a lot of time feeling things right after my mother died because I had to sit still for so long. I just sat in the Heartlands and sat in the temple and studied and thought and just existed. And then I started moving again, and now that we have a purpose, we as a joint group have a purpose. I feel like we're moving again, and that makes me feel good in a really sick, messed up way, because I don't think it's necessarily good to like that the bad stuff is happening because it's something to do and something to fight for, but I guess that's the truth in the
I'm just worried that I'm just worried that once you stop, you won't know what to do with yourself.
I'll be honest, I'm worried. Have I told you what Karim told me he wants from me?
No.
He told me that he doesn't need any. He's not the type to want holy warriors. Plenty of those already. He wants me to live, but after I do this, I'm not quite sure I will be living for. But at the same time, being with all of you, it feels like for the first time in a while, I'm doing more than just existing. I think even though maybe Karim wouldn't quite think that this is the perfect path for me to take. In a big way, being with all of you is the most important step in learning how to live my own life outside.
I think Karim and I, not that I would, ever suggest I think the same way as a god, but I think we both just want you to act, not react. Because I get it. I want to hurt the man that hurt you. And I want to do that because he does bad things. And, hurt you and did bad things. But in the long way of things, it doesn't matter if it's today or tomorrow. To me, at least. So even if it takes a bit longer, it's not. It's okay if you take your time.
Well, I don't know if the Fae who I made a deal with would agree with that, but
They have time.
true. I think that as long as we're moving in the right direction, I can try to be patient.
Just quick, which Fae did you make a deal with?
Oh Lord.
The one that Shedemir is sleeping with.
You.
Well,
I think it was more Lady Laura. but-
Yeah. Go on then, see what's up.
I forgot that Kiers didn't know about this.
Yeah, I was gone
Yeah,
for
you're not
not
there.
even a week. Like, what the hell did y'all do?
So we went with Anella to her house. So we went with Anella to the Feywilds into her home, and I may have struck a deal with, I believe it was her sister, and then
Lady Laura.
Lady Laura.
yeah.
The Winter
And
Lady.
Vincent.
Not,
Okay, that's what I
Not
thought.
Danny.
I thought she was a
No,
witch.
you don't have the comfort of Danny as the holder of that.
Yeah.
Just a question. With my 20 passive perception, does Connor flinch at those?
Give me a second.
You're gonna roll for how much he cares.
Let's see. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have this train. Well,
Oh.
he's a
I think
stone
he
cold
did.
kill.
He
I mean,
does
he's
not
Like,
react to
he's grown like 4 worms out of the initial one, and then like they're like clamped on one end. He's grabbed the other end. It's literally scraping the gel things like fucking slimy sea cucumbers, and they're like splattering around. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem like. It seems like
He doesn't even listen, yeah.
He
Here's
has
the
like
thing.
headphones in.
Kiers has no idea, but to me, Dragana, the fact that he has to roll deception is very satisfying.
he also has a plus. He has a +1.
He has a +1 in
He
deception.
fucking
I feel
nailed
like
it.
he would be a better
He had to
He does
roll.
wear a mask. I feel
Yeah,
like
but
he
he
should
had-
get advantage for wearing a mask.
That's fair.
And
Yeah.
he's
But
facing
also-
away, but at the same time, like I'm just it's a nat 20. I can't do anything now.
No. It's not what, but it's really funny because he had to roll a 20, otherwise it is, and this is amazing. So yeah, I'm just very happy right now. That's first of all he
Just
had to
literally
roll.
you.
Yeah. Amazing.
At that instant, the words,
scraping
what would
jelly
Valeska
off-
do in the back of his head?
It's like you put too much jelly on a piece of toast, and he's scraping the excess jelly off the toast right now. He's just into a bucket underneath it.
Yeah, okay. So,
Yeah,
sorry.
that entire disgusting cacophony is going on while this entire conversation's happening.
Yeah, okay. I'm just that's all I wanted to know. So please continue, Sima. You made a deal with Elenanella's sister about killing a god.
Well, more with Lady
Lady
Laura.
Laura.
The Winter
Okay.
Lady Laura.
Do I have to know her? Is she like?
No, I mean, you know how because we've discovered this through the sessions how Fey courts work. So she's like in the top 3.
Well, does Karis know that?
Yes.
Yeah, she's a Fortune 500 CEO. A Fae
Okay.
Incorporated.
Of the Fey of Winter Incorporated.
Summer branch.
Okay. Interesting. And what did you deal? Like, what did you give and what did you gain?
So, I swore that I was going to destroy the Shadow Man once and for all.
We had that planned anyway. Okay. Mhm.
Yeah, which was why I agreed to it, because if I don't succeed in doing that, I might as well lose my soul in the process, because
Of course.
I think I will anyways. And in return, I'm trying to remember. Let me see if I have it in notes what I got in return.
In return, I got like a gummy bear and.
So I can give you the details of it.
It's
Yeah.
information about the Shattered Lady, I think.
Yeah, they're willing to find out information about the Shattered Lady on Aldrich's behalf.
Mhm.
In return, that you have to fully kill the Shadow Man.
Sounds like a plea bargain.
Yes, and that is why I have.
The catch is that you need to kill him.
In
One shot, dead. Kill him.
Yeah, and then
Permanently.
a plea bargain towards the others. Like, listen, I sold my soul to Anella to be taught how to preserve things alchemically, and
Not
another
a soul.
time.
Not a soul.
No, but like my favors. So that's what I
A
did,
single favor is not a soul.
and I still think that's a better deal than that one.
No.
Hey, you're not there.
I was
Oh, that's right.
I was in a bit of a mood when I made that deal, I will admit.
Listen, I have my period. I was not in a good time.
I had just met him. I was feeling very down, but
That's true.
in my opinion, it doesn't matter whether I made this deal or not. In the largest scheme of things, doesn't matter, because for me, if I don't succeed in this mission, my failure, regardless, to myself, will be immeasurable compared to any other consequence.
When the whole thing started, you all like to joke about how I was the immature one. And it may have started out that way. But yeah. Just know I don't want to die. I'm not like into that. When I fuck around, it's because I know y'all will back me up. Like touching a weird slimy thing, because I know you will heal me when it happens. And or like how Cedric shot me and killed me almost because he knew you would heal me. It's like fun between us because we know what our capabilities are. This is something beyond our capabilities, but I will back you up regardless.
He shot you because you literally asked for death.
You're not there.
I will
Okay.
I will say, Kiers, that I understand your perspective on death, and I think it's important that you understand my perspective. I was raised in a temple, and then with my mother, a paladin, and for me, there's nothing I am more willing to die for than a worthy. And I know that Karim would rather rather me live for a worthy cause. But one does not easily outgrow the perspectives that we are raised with.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to die, but I do. When I do die, because I know I will, I want it to be for something worth dying for.
You don't want to die, you want to succeed, and you will die trying.
If I might interject you, the two.
I knew you were listening.
You're in my fucking lab, of course. Just like switch it around like some concoction of the gel and just water. But anyways, if I'm to understand what I've been hearing this whole time, Ziva, you don't want to die, but you just want to dedicate all of your being to the goal. Every ounce.
And more than that, I know I'll die eventually.
Don't say that.
We all do. Well,
I'm
this
working
is
on
a
that.
cleric talking to an alchemist. Have a bit
Fae,
of a different
change to an
perspective.
alchemist.
Blooded alchemist.
Very
Yeah.
fair. Very fair.
Two very different perspectives. Yeah, a mortal cleric versus half-blood alchemist. Two very different perspectives on death.
Connor walks down, like he steps away from himself. Well, something else you might want to consider, see. If you do dedicate yourself truly to the gods, death is not the end. Service can extend well into the afterlife, just like an angel's. And you might walk these lands for eternity. My Dariana's well on her way for that. Just keep that in mind. Especially with friends like these, and he gives a tap, Kara's shoulder. You dying might not be you fully dying. Because I imagine this lot's fucking stupid enough to try to fight the gods themselves to bring you back.
Or finish what you started.
Or finish what you started. He goes back to his lab.
But hey, Connor, how do you feel?
About what?
I mean, such plague-ridden town.
Shrugs. I'll find use of my abilities. Why do you ask?
Okay. I don't know. I feel like it could damage someone after a while of being around so much
He shakes his
sadness.
head. One of the monikers for Marusha Courgette is the Witness of Last Moments. There's a lot of talk and debate about how come she has that, as opposed to Goddess of Philosopher, Goddess of Life and Death itself. That's because us, and he taps himself, apothecaries, doctors, medics, nurses, healing alchemists, we're the mortal end of things. Yeah. Am I always disappointed if I lose a patient? Of course. But me crying over the corpse is going to do nothing to prevent the next person from dying.
Yeah, but if it ever gets too much, just
Wow, wow.
I feel like that's the moment when Aldrich walks.
Yeah, this is when Aldrich and Chinamer.
Oh, what are you guys doing here? What's up with all this emotional gay shit? Not in my watch.
Connor holds out a hand. You got my sample.
I just put it in his hand.
Your words, Dragona, not mine.
On the matter of cures. So I think that cuts the scene.